Hey guys, this is Crypto Coin Investor. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the price action of Stellar Lumens and Ripples. So, this is the 4-hour chart that is being fetched from Poloniex cryptocurrency exchange. I'm using Poloniex because it has the biggest history of Stellar Lumens price. So, this is the 4-hour chart, and as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Ichimoku Cloud, this indicator. So if you are below this indicator, it acts as resistance, and you can also see that it is under the two moving averages of Ichimoku Cloud. So there are two. Let me hide the moving average. This one, okay. So there are two moving averages by default in the Ichimoku Cloud, and both of them act as resistance and support. And right now it is beneath this moving average, and it is now acting as resistance. Earlier, once we got above this moving average, it started acting as support. So we had quite a good run, but now let's be honest, there was need of some correction. We just can't go up every day. So Stellar had been going up ever since it touched 594 sats on Poloniex and pretty much every other exchange out there. So right now we are under this cloud, red cloud, which normally acts as resistance. We have seen this in the past as well. This cloud acted as resistance here and earlier as well. You can see that you need a lot of volume to get above this cloud. Otherwise, it normally acts as resistance. You see here on the first attempt, it acted as resistance. So this is a 4-hour chart. To get a bigger picture, always move to bigger time frames. Let's move to 1D, which is the daily chart. So this is the daily chart of Poloniex, and here we are still above the red cloud. So, and this green cloud is going to act as support, and if it does so, if we come down to, let's say, 708 levels, we might see a bounce, and then we can go up. And the MACD is also looking bearish to me right now on the daily time frame, and we had rejection from this moving average. So let me use the 200-day daily moving average. So this is the best part. The 200-day moving average is like the main moving averages of all, and it acts as support and resistance on the daily time frame, and on the weekly time frame you have to use 20 moving average. So you can see that in the past this very moving average acted as support, and if you're under the 200-day moving average, it has always acted as resistance. See here. So yeah, so right now this is the good news, and we are still above the 200-day moving average, and we might see a bounce once it touches it, which right now, as I predicted, is at around 700 sats. So I told you guys 708 sats here, so it might come down a little bit, and we might have a bounce around 700 sats, and then we can move up. Even if the Stellar goes up, both of these moving averages are now going to act as huge resistance. So keep that in mind. So does it mean anything if you're a long-term holder of Stellar Lumens? Let's move to weekly time frame, because y'all gotta look at the bigger picture always. And in this case, I'm going to use the 20-day moving at 20 MA. So here again we are above the 20 MA simple moving average, and we are also above the both resistance. So this is the red line and this is the blue line. We are above this red and blue line, and both of them are now going to act as support. So the blue line is at 721. It might come down a little bit, but it's more or less the same, which I told you while judging the 1D chart of this STR BTC. I normally do not trade using dollars when I'm trading altcoins, so I'm always using Bitcoin or Ethereum. So those are the charts which matter to me. I'm here to stake stats, and I'm not here to stake dollars. Dollars will mean to me when I am about to cash out. And from right now, I want to earn as many Bitcoins as I can. So that's what I do. I still hold a position in Stellar. I do have a stop loss. So if it goes up under 700 sats, it might trigger my stop loss. So yeah, right now on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are still in the bull territory, but we have a huge resistance ahead of us. The resistance right now is at around 960 sats. Let me tell you one thing, as I told you in the previous videos as well, if we are able to close above this resistance, like 960 sats, then this resistance is going to become a huge support, and then we will not take a long time to reach something like 1800 sats or 1700 sats. So keep that in mind. So Stellar right now, I think it's looking just fine. We might go down 60-70 sats here and there, but if you're a long-term investor and you don't like to day trade, just don't look at the daily chart until unless you're going to cash out. So let's move to Ripple now. Again, I'm going to use the Poloniex chart because it has the maximum history. And oh boy, normally Stellar Lumens and Ripple go hand in hand, but here not so. From the past 3 weeks, the Ripple and Stellar seem to have decoupled, and we are witnessing a bearish crossover on the MACD. It's not looking good for the Ripple supporters. So if I was a Ripple fan, I will look for a bounce so that we don't have this crossover, because probably next week this will turn red and it's Ripple going to take a huge dump. So on the weekly time frame, we are below the 20-day moving average, simple moving average. We are below the resistance lines or support lines of the Ichimoku cloud. So both we are beneath the red line and the blue line, so they are going to act as a resistance. Let's look at the daily time frame. Oh boy, let me zoom out a little bit. What happened? So we were trying to enter into this cloud, and probably in the next few days, if there was no selling pressure from the Ripple Corporation, we might have closed above this cloud, and it would have taken us to the 3000 sats, and this cloud would have started acting as support. But now Ripple wants to dump more and more on its supporters, I would say, and we are now going down, and we are now going to check our maybe a even longer term support, because we have now broken below the 2300 sats or 2394, and this was the major support level beneath, somewhere between 2360 and 2400 sats. So we have broken below this level, and we are now going to maybe check the previous longer term support, which is now at about 2240 sats. So 2240 sats. So that is the next major support, which is about 100 sats away, so not much. So if the Ripple wants to make a reversal, that's the next spot, and after that we will free fall down to 1369 sats, and that will shake out most of the Ripple supporters. It will take a deeper dive in terms of USD value. I don't want to sound bearish, but that's what I'm looking at right now. I have nothing against the Ripple. I mean, I've made a lot of money with the Ripple in the past, but right now it's not looking good for the Ripple. We need to see a bounce at 2240 sats, otherwise it's not good. We are under this, let me change the moving average to 200 here. So we are under the 200-day moving average. Obviously and we are also under the 2 moving averages of the Ichimoku cloud, and we are having bearish MACD, and we had bearish MACD since 16th of April. So I earlier thought that we might be able to close above the 200-day moving average here on 28th of April. That didn't happen. We had a strong rejection, so much selling pressure. On the other hand, the Stellar Lumens was easily able to break out from here, and it continued to move up. Both of these assets seem to have decoupled, and we are now going to see when the Ripple actually takes a bounce, because right now it's not looking good for the Ripple. I really hope it finds its support at around 2240, 2250 sats, and then we can have a breakout from here. So yeah, Ripple is not looking good in Stellar as long as we are still above the 200-day moving average. In Stellar, I am still bullish on Stellar compared to Ripple. However, we need to keep in mind that if we close below on the 200-day moving average, it's time to watch out if you are a day trader. Because you also need to watch out, because you also need to watch out this bearish MACD on the daily time frame. Yeah, so on the weekly we are fine on the Stellar, and I'm still bullish on the Stellar, especially on the weekly time frame, where we are above the 200-day or 20-day 20 MA simple moving average. We're still above this, and we are still above the 2 Ichimoku lines. So that's all about it for this video. I really hope you found this video useful, and stay tuned for similar price analysis videos. Bye bye.